Okay, so I guess first of all, I'd like to know what progress have you made since our last session, right? We already had a session.
Uh, yes, we
Like
did.
just rank wise
So,
first, I'd like to know because you went like up and down.
yeah, so I made gold 4, really happy, and then I dropped back down to silver 2.
What were you before our
Uh,
session?
I'm sorry.
What were you before the first session?
I want to say I was silver 3, silver
Okay.
4. So, it's kind of my fault too, because so basically, this is gonna sound really weird. I made gold, and then when I made gold, I was like, okay, cool. I achieved my goal this season. I can stop playing. And then I took a
Hmm.
little bit of a break, and then I came back, and then I started winning games in gold, and I was like, okay, well, I want to try for, the next rank, and you know what I mean? That's kind of how I got sucked back into it. But of course,
Mm.
with school and work and everything going on, I just been really only playing ranked. But like I said, I've got rid of my ranked anxiety and things like that. But it was just, loss after loss. And I'm just like, man, this is a little frustrating. That's kind of
Hmm.
what it is. But I'm thinking that I can play comfortably at gold, but I got to get back there again, I guess.
Is that your
But
goal, gold, or what?
right now, yeah, because I'm in silver. I hit gold 4. I hit it,
Hmm.
and then I wanted to see how far I can make it in gold because I think the reset
Uh,
is, I think in like a couple weeks, right? Something like
hmm.
that.
I feel like you're setting your goals too low. Honestly, honestly, just
Okay.
the fact that you're setting it at gold 4, it just means that you won't really have the mindset to just climb after that. Honestly, and
Yeah.
that's something I've learned recently as well. Right, like just limiting yourself to that's what I basically did last season when just like hitting master. I just stopped playing after that, and I kind of lost my skill because I only played like one game every couple of days and whatever. It's just
Yeah. That's exactly what I did too.
I mean, if you don't have time, of course, to play a bunch of games every single day, then that it is what it is. But you can still, of course, if you just play regularly, you can easily get like platinum diamond. I'm sure, even if
Yeah.
you don't play like 5 games a day.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
of course, you've already hit gold 4. I guess you probably just weren't playing actively enough, and then
Yeah,
just
because like I've been kind of going up and down, and I don't get as tilted as I used to because I kind of took to what we it kind of took what you said. Don't really focus on the rank,
mhm.
but it is a little it's a little sad when I see he go from gold to silver. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you just need to
Just
think about it. It's such a small amount of wins, you know. It actually really
yeah.
is. He's literally
Okay.
4 wins, or like let's say with Badam are 5 wins, but that's like nothing in. I mean, of course, if you that's something I've realized as well for myself is when I play a smaller amount of games, I tilt way more because like the losses mean more, right? If you only play
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 games a day and then you lose like 1 or 2 of them, it just feels bad, of course. So that's
Yeah.
definitely
Absolutely.
it's just how it is. Of course, like
Yeah.
it's still your choice to tilt. You just it's about how much you care, of course.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, you definitely do seem to care a little bit, otherwise you wouldn't get like the coaching.
Oh, and then it came back. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but it's still right. You just if you have like stuff to do in life, there's just more important stuff, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah, because
And
I'm I play games to kind of like break things like that, but nursing school, and then I
mhm,
got a side hustle that I'm working on, so you know what I mean.
yeah,
I
so
kind of think
you
about the league
just
is this is I play this game to kind of relax and
but you still
de-stress.
want to improve, I guess, or
Yes, I
you don't
do
like losing.
basically. Yeah,
That's
basically,
probably
I'm
it.
competitive by nature, I
Okay,
guess.
but do you still feel like you've improved since our last session then?
Truthfully, I really do feel like I've improved a lot,
Hmm.
setting up ganks and things like that. I want to say, obviously, like my biggest problem is that I'm one. So just a couple improvements that I've noticed. Am able to set up ganks a lot easier. My flow of the jungle pathing, um, in terms of like rotating lanes, has got a lot smoother. My W placement has gotten a lot better. I'm
You still have
more,
quite low CS numbers though, for that, to be honest.
yeah, yeah. And my biggest thing though, and I know it's still a problem with mine is one, my deaths are still a little high, 100%. And then two, I do so it's like I'll get ahead, I'll get like a double kill or something like that. And I'll get ahead, and I'll say, okay, cool, take it back, get an item, and then I'll forget that Echo is. he's okay to engage fights with, but he's not the best front line, or not even a front liner in
Hmm.
general. You know what I mean? And I end up getting myself in bad situations. Like I'll die, and I'm like, you know what? I probably shouldn't have went that path. I knew like mid lane disappeared, and you know what I mean. I had no vision of their jungle, and then mid jungle and bot lane rotate up river, things like that. And I'm like,
Yeah,
man, I really shouldn't have been there. So it's like I'm aware of my mistakes. Um,
but you still do them.
and but yes, I
And like
still kind
one
of
thing I gotta say is that for sure your biggest problem is that you play too passive. Honestly, it's not even your like high depths or whatever. That's fine. Like that's very average for your elo, but or like people even above your elo. That's something that really doesn't matter as much in your elo. You should really just focus on being way more aggressive. Probably that's what I can tell just
okay.
from looking at the stats. But we'll talk about that
Yeah,
more as well
absolutely,
in a
absolutely.
second. I guess so. Maybe are there like any areas you'd like to focus on today that you feel like you really are lacking in?
So definitely, well, no, the mental thing that'll come with
Mm-hmm.
time, um, and just being able to relax. Definitely, what I would say is when I get invaded, it doesn't happen all the time. When I get invaded, like as soon as the game starts, I run over. They go to my blue camp, they go to my red camp, whatever. They typically go red, um, things like that. And then to counter that, I go to their blue and take their blue.
No, you
It's like I
shouldn't
get
do
thrown off.
that. Like
Oh, I
but
shouldn't.
like don't even do that. They can't invade. You can never get invaded with Echo. If you just do you
Okay,
do the Raptors path?
I do. Yes,
Okay, so like with
I've
that you can never get
actually.
invaded. Actually, like not really.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. What I mean by the invaded is like you know how the game will start and then they have that boost until like 15 seconds,
yeah,
and then
so
they all kind of
like you
just
just
run because they have a
cover. You just
yeah.
cover or
So
like you
like
ward if you expect them. If you actually expect them to invade, you can just ward.
yeah,
Let's say like if they have a Mumu or something that will invade, yeah, sure, just ward. But like you should never like that. That's not something that should happen regularly, and that should have a huge impact on your overall win rate, like over all the games.
yeah. So like me, like when that happens, 100%, because like you said, it doesn't happen all the time. But when it does, I get flustered because I don't know what to do in that aspect. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Okay, I guess
Um,
if that happens, we will like worry about that. But I feel like it's not something that is worth really focusing on. I guess we'll just see what we focus on. Definitely, on the one hand, I would like to do this session more like where I write down your mistakes, but at the same time, I also feel like I should give you active advice so you go for more aggressive plays.
yeah,
Mm,
absolutely.
so yeah, maybe we do that because I feel like you just need to realize how strong you can be, right? I mean, you have some games where you have good stats, of course, but also a lot of them where you just don't have a lot of impact. It feels like so.
Yeah,
You just probably need to punish more. Like that's the general thing I've noticed with like lower elo players. It's just people don't punish the mistakes that they can punish, basically. So you're like
yeah.
not aware of your damage, not aware of your range, maybe oftentimes, and this
Okay.
kind of stuff. But yeah, I guess I'll try to give you more active advice, and we'll see if it works out. So I
No,
guess we can go
absolutely.
into the OPGG review as well because I've
Oh, okay.
definitely think you should switch your rune setup. Tell me
Okay.
when you can see it.
Wait, are you streaming something?
Yeah,
Here. How do I view yours? I don't know. Um.
just like stop your stream, I guess.
Okay. All right.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. So like just go electrocute, especially with your playstyle that is like too passive, which you'll also see here right in the graph. Even compared to other silver players, you're like your damage dealt is just way too low, which just means you're not fighting enough.
Okay.
Because like even for silver, of course, if you want to get into gold, like this shrinks down even more. So you'll just get like optimally, you obviously are just above that, then you'll climb. And if you're like on par, I guess you're probably gonna have to improve to climb. But this is definitely the reason why I guess you're dropping elo because you're just below here. And the fact that you're also pairing it with the Dark Harvest means that you're like just your champ probably just fucking sucks compared to how good he could
Yeah.
be, right? Because Dark Harvest, if you're not stacking it actively in most of your games because you're not fighting enough, then it's literally a terrible value. And the Electrocute is just like I've played with it for like the last 400 games probably, and it has not felt bad once. I can tell you, like it's really such a good rune, and like every Ekko I've recommended it to, everyone has liked it. Yeah, like even high elo Echoes to me that they've said they liked it. It's definitely very solid rune, and people just play Dark Harvest because like nobody thinks about it, right? They just think in the jungle you take Dark Harvest, in lane you take Electrocute, but it's really not like that. The rune is still just it fits Echo's playstyle better as well.
Okay.
And then also one thing I've done, I've started doing is just taking the health here. I think it just is better. It already outscales the armor at like level 5 or something, and you don't drop low in the jungle anyways.
Okay.
You also seem to buy like stopwatch every game, which is definitely not good at all. Like not every game, but way too often. Like the only champ I think at the moment I would actually buy the Zanius against is Rengar, and that's why you just ban him.
Okay.
So like okay, if they're 80 heavy, then you can also buy it, but not buying it, but just like buying it against a Rexa or whatever you're buying it here, it's just way too passive. It takes away so much carry potential.
Okay.
And usually the value is just really not that good. Also, one thing I noticed is your smite. You always go blue smite. I mean, that's what I also did for a long time, but I think now I've started switching it up. I would say, especially with your stats and your playstyle, you should just go green smite in most games. And green smite is probably the smite you should build in most games. Honestly, it just provides you with such good value, especially into heavy CC comps, of course.
Okay.
And the blue smite is just like the glass cannon setup, but you can't get away with that often in the current meta, I feel like. So everyone just deals so much damage. The green smite is really just very good to not die
So I
instantly.
have a question. So if I do build green spine, I don't because like I know that it gives tenacity, I believe, right?
Yeah, when it's
If you build
active.
when you build green smite, would you still like if you're against a CC heavy team, would you still get Merc Treads? Or...
It really depends on the amount of CC. And of course also the amount of AP. Yeah, it's like you just have to have like a good understanding, I guess, of the champions. But let's say this game, for example, for sure is like a Mercs plus Green Smite, right? They have Mao KCC insanely long, and also so AP heavy as well. And then Morgana CC insanely long. Teemo's also nice to reduce, and like the DMR value also super good here, of course.
Yeah.
This game I would say is also a Mercs game. They have quite a lot of CC here, Nico CC, and also Burst, just like, and also Greenspan as well. Like against Burst heavy comps as well. See, like they have a Kiana, they have a Nico that's like super Burst heavy champs, and like Rek'Sai as well, one of the champs, and then of course
really
just the assassins.
Nico actually went ADC, actually, which is weird.
Oh, okay. Yeah, still seem to be pretty good, I guess.
Yeah, that was really weird. Like I didn't, because I was building. I'm like, what is this?
Hmm.
You know.
No matter what, it's still like a Mercs game just because of Amumu alone, basically.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
maybe like in these kind of games that could have, let's say that could have maybe made the difference just from looking at this. Maybe you just died once in the late game because you were CC too long or something. It's something I could imagine here.
Yeah.
And then also like the Zonius again, like it has okay value I guess against Kiana, but it's not even that great oftentimes.
So, what would you recommend instead of? So I gotta sneeze. What would you recommend instead of the Zodius?
Like generally no worries. Bless you. The two things I would usually build is like white stuff for most damage. Like white stuff is generally just the most damage as the last item. And then like Lichbane if you want the like Lichbane with Nashus together, and the other way around as well. Like just build the one item you didn't build as a second item, just build as a last item. If you want like the utility, right? In some games you want the movement speed, in some games you might want more attack speed instead of just more burst. So, but that's like super high level stuff, honestly, to think about for you. It really that's not the important stuff. You can honestly just play one rune setup, probably play Nash's Tooth every game or Lichbane every game if you feel like it, and it's gonna be completely fine in your elo. It really is. Like both items are basically always good. Okay. That's what you and just make sure like to build Rabadon's third, I guess. One thing I've started doing is like in games where I feel like I don't have a lot of gold generation, I'm just mostly farming and I'm not really getting a lot of kills. I like going white stuff third because it's a good power spike. But again, this is like more advanced stuff. I feel like you need to have like a good understanding of the game state for that.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess, as I said already, looking at the League of Graphs, this is definitely probably your biggest problem, that you're just not fighting enough, you're not playing aggressive enough, you're not forcing enough. And then, of course, this is also problematic, right? Like, more than half of the fights you pick, you actually lose. So,
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, would you say it's more down to your mechanics, or maybe your just decision making and taking stupid
It's
fights?
just, truthfully, like, um, a lot of it is just being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Hmm.
Um, I believe, because in team fights, I'm able to, my team fighting has improved. But like I said,
Hmm.
it's just, I think that duels one is just being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Okay.
There's a couple times where, like I said, I would catch myself getting dog piled on by three different lanes, and I'm just like, okay. And then I was
Hmm.
like, man, uh, I probably should have took it back instead of overstaying because I remember a couple like there was one or two games where I got a double kill on bottom. I stayed there. I was like, okay, cool. I got this, and I could return to jungle instead of taking it back. You know,
Yeah.
even though I've already taken Krugs, and then instead of taking it back and then going, Raptors and pathing up or something like that, I would just stay there.
Yeah, that
You know,
definitely seems to be a problem. For sure, like if you look at your item purchase times, they're like way too late. You just probably need to make the decision to base way earlier, oftentimes when you really just already have gold to spend, and probably also oftentimes no more camps to farm or somewhere to be even. Then
yeah,
of course, like this graph really shouldn't have a dip down like this. It should just be going straight up. Same with this one, of course. And same with this one. Like they all should just be going straight up. You should not have these kind of like, especially not over such a large amount of games, right? It's 200 games. You really, if you want to climb, these graphs have to just be in the positive.
yeah. Okay,
Mm, I guess objectives are not like your biggest weakness. I would say you seem to be doing them. You can all for sure still do them more. Especially the
yeah,
Rift Herald, you can get for free so many times. You just need to think of it as like a free kill basically, and it's
okay,
literally PVE gameplay. You just need to be there like at a good time oftentimes. But it's like, let's say the mid laner is space of the enemies, and you see the jungler bot set, you just go for it, and you'll be able to clear it quick enough usually. And these stats are not important. Guess you definitely ping a lot. Well, actually, only this is fine. Uh, yeah, wow, I've never seen someone surrender this much. I gotta be honest. 50% is like half your games you surrender. What does
yeah,
it mean? That's like
yeah,
too much, man, for someone that plays Echo,
yeah,
especially. I mean, yeah, that's definitely not good. You'll just have to. You probably could have won, like, let's say, you probably could be above 50% win it if you just surrender less. I'm sure. With the
yeah,
champ like Echo, especially now, like even in my elo where I'm like currently playing at my peak elo, I feel like I still always have chances to win the game with Echo at the moment, and especially in this patch, I think Echo, let's look, his win rate is insane so far. Like it was earlier, it was like at 55%.
yeah. His
He's
rate
actually
is
really good because all the good jungles against him just got nerfed. Yeah, like in Master Plus he's at 54, where people can play him. He actually has an insane win rate, and they're still playing the wrong rune setup as well.
okay.
So yeah, like he's in a good spot right now. Like if people tell you he's not good or anything, and you feel like that's why you're also not going for stuff, right? Like if you see this win rate, that should just inspire you with the confidence to go for any fight, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess I mean we've had a session before, but I would still like to see how you clear the Raptors
Yeah.
camp,
Yeah. Absolutely. I
and then
want
maybe.
not to surrender on this game.
Mhm.
No. Um. Yeah, I didn't realize that I surrendered that much. I guess I don't know. Like I said, I get tilted a little bit because
Hmm.
a lot of what happens is somebody will, hey, or something, or something like that. So it's just one of those things. A lot of the surrenders probably is like, this is a next game. Like my
Hmm.
top 0 and 8 at like 10 minutes, things like that. So you know what I mean.
Yeah. Would you say that you care about League of Legends?
In terms of just the game,
Just like, I mean, would you say you care when you play the game?
I do care,
Hmm.
to an extent. I try not to get tilted as much. I guess that's like, guys, you can kind of say like a defense mechanism,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, actually wanted you to go into like practice tool, I guess, to show up, but it's fine. I
Oh, I'm
guess
so sorry.
no, no worries. It's fine.
I'm sorry. My bad.
Would you say you can do the Raptors path well?
I think I do pretty well.
Okay.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, that's fine.
Here, you want me to dodge?
No,
Or
no, 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 no,
oh,
no.
okay.
It's not that bad.
Sorry.
It's no worries. I guess. Have you already changed the runes?
Uh, I can. Here, yeah, I'll swap it now.
Yeah.
But this is my rune setup typically.
Yeah, yeah,
I've had
that's
great
fine.
success with future market
Yeah,
with
that's
that.
good.
You say you take health
Yeah,
over
yeah, health is
spells?
better. Health is better.
Okay.
It's just always better. Yeah, especially because every team has like mixed damage usually. Malphite, okay. You're not even banning a jungler.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's fine. If you feel like you lose against Malphite often, it's definitely or you even face him often.
Yeah,
I
I
don't see
just
him that much anymore.
no, I haven't really seen him in the jungle. I banned Malphite just because Malphite or Yumi because I'm pretty good at. Maybe it's just like you said, I'm playing passive, but typically, if that makes sense,
Oh, you were cut off for a
because
second there.
so I said I'm pretty comfortable with playing against my counters as I go.
Okay.
You know, so
I don't
but I
know.
don't know. Like maybe that might
I
also be
feel like
factored.
Malphite and Yumi have like just nothing to do with Ekko. I don't know. I would never ban
Yeah.
these champs. They're kind of
Mhm.
irrelevant for you. I would generally just ban like a strong counter. I don't know, Rengar, Kha'Zix, or whatever. But it's not. It's again, it's
Mhm.
not really important
Mhm.
for you. They definitely have some CC. This not. This for sure Green Smite game. Like they have
Yeah.
insane burst with the Samira, with the Rel, with the Renekton, and
So I
also
have a
Mercs.
question. So what's your take on like, do you always keep adaptive
Yeah,
force
yeah,
or?
always for sure.
Okay. So basically, because like they're right here, they're a little, AD,
Not
80,
really. They have
80
Sona and like their damage spread is very
defense.
good, honestly.
Okay.
And Rel also deals AP damage, so they have like very good damage spread.
You said who does AP damage? Sorry, I
Rel,
lost. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
like and never take defensive anyways. You're playing Echo, you're not playing a tank. This already kind of seems right. Like the fact that you're even thinking about, like you're even considering this, just shows like you have like a little bit of a wrong mindset, in my opinion, towards Echo. You really, your stats also show that you just don't play him like a carry. It seems like you
Yeah.
really just don't go for enough play. Like this is not meant as flame, right? It's just
Yeah.
how it actually
No,
probably
absolutely.
is. I guess can you restart your or like switch to the screen share mode or like the because I can't see your mouse.
Yeah.
You don't even need to restart. You can
Here,
just switch it over.
so what do I do? Do I hit stop streaming and then stream my
That's also
screen?
fine. Yeah, that's also fine. Yeah, I think you can even do it without restarting. I recently found that out.
Okay. Is that better?
No, you need to do like the screen. Yeah, you not the application, but the screen.
Uh,
Because now I can't see your
okay.
mouse.
There you go.
Uh, I still can't see it. I don't know. Maybe like have you for sure done
Yeah.
the screen? Maybe
Yeah,
something
I
is wrong. Then I
shared.
don't
Yeah,
know.
I went to share my screen and everything, and
It's fine. Whatever.
yeah. Sorry.
Mouse is not like the most important stuff, anyways.
Yeah,
Like of
like
course I
my
can still see your camera control. I can still see where you throw your abilities. I actually don't even get the sweeper that early anymore.
okay.
Because
What would you
it's
recommend
like
getting
in the
this week?
early game, like I usually get it around like let's say 10 minutes maybe even later. Kind of depends on the game state because I think like early it's kind of good to be able to set up some vision.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a little bit late here actually.
Yeah, I was a little late.
It's fine.
It's because I spent the time trying to get the screen up. That's what it was.
That's good, definitely. Like, don't even look mid, just look top, honestly. Mid is not something you will gank here, especially because you have a Vladimir. Top probably neither, but like, let's say, I guess maybe they're fighting it right now. Definitely do the Crux first, though, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
you were
That way
kind
I
of
can know what to
pathing,
do.
pathing away where I thought you might go top, but definitely look top. Okay, Renekton instead. I guess just recall right away then. Just recall, just recall. What are you doing? Just recall. Like, these are like the right. I even told you just recall because this is like waste of time that you really don't need to waste, and you're probably gonna waste it a bunch of time this game, and then it will add up to like a whole minute.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Okay.
and it's just like the small efficiency that you don't need. Like this is not the big stuff, but it's still stuff that's gonna matter, of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's definitely good that you're looking bot. I mean, they are looking kind of low. I think what I would do here is Grump, Blue, and then Crab. Grump, Blue, Crab.
Yeah.
And that you'll get level 4 from the... Definitely use the W still for the Grump.
Okay.
Just like stay a little bit healthier. Then you might be able to do something after that. Like, don't smite it. You want the smite for the Crab.
Oh, don't snipe it. Okay.
It might be fine because he might have started bot. Who are you jungling against? I don't remember.
Rel.
Rel, okay. I don't know where Rel starts. Probably bot side though. So the
Yeah,
crab is
Rel.
probably
Yeah, I think.
uncontested here. Just get the crab for level 4 and then... Maybe look mid actually. They're kind of far under their tower. Oh yeah. Like just look mid and see if you can help there maybe. Oh, the Samira looks killable. Okay. Yeah, you might be able to kill. Stay on her, stay on her. What are you doing? Like, this is the problem, right? You're scared. Why are you scared? She has still 0 damage to you. You're full HP here. You still... Yeah, I don't think you get her, but... Oh, maybe did it hit? No. No, it's fine, just leave. But like, see, like, this was not a position to retreat, just killing,
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
killing. Yeah, just go into your jungle, honestly. It's fine, you gotta
Okay.
kill.
No, I see what you mean by
Yeah,
not being aggressive.
you'll just like eat away when you're like
Yeah.
trading her and she hasn't even used a single ability on you. So
Okay.
and your team was even pinging that they're moving, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just jungle upwards now. Like actually, never mind. Recall, and get a. Oh no. Actually, keep jungling, keep jungling, keep jungling. Or actually, go bot here maybe.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, go
gonna
bot.
so go
Yeah,
go with
this
that.
might be fightable. Yeah, just keep that, keep pinging that you're coming. They
Nice.
might
So
be stupid. I mean, this is not something. Yeah, I think just recall now, honestly. Uh, yeah, just get a blasting wand. No, don't get the ruby crystal. Don't stop. Don't get it. Yeah, just leave. And
okay.
yeah, this is also fine, I guess, but definitely never get the ruby crystal. Like this is
Okay.
okay if you're like confident in your own ability to snowball. It's still a little bit
Okay.
of a gamble because you're of course losing 50 gold. But never invest into
Okay.
the health, right? It's not... That's never worth because it doesn't help you clear faster or anything.
Okay.
Definitely smite the Crux here. Did I tell you last time to stop playing with the indicators? Go to... Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Go to your
Oh, sorry. I meant
raptors.
to. Yeah, you
No,
did. Sorry. I
don't...
turned that
Yeah, no,
back.
it's fine. No, it's fine. Just for this session, keep it. I was just wondering. Yeah, just no, like
Yeah. No.
go to your raptors. What are you doing? Like, don't make these
Oh,
decisions. You see
maybe.
something on the map, you're like a dog that's running behind a ball or something. You're just running there right away. Why are you doing that? Just like keep jungling.
So
You,
like so I have a question. So like, cause I know last time you told me to always start outside and then basically work my way back down to mid. So like, how do you know when to go? I guess like when's the best time to go to the lane?
like now, for example, because you cleared your side, but for that you of course need to look at the lanes.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, like look mid, like but now you're just wandering around aimlessly because you don't know where you have to go because you're not looking there. But you
Yeah.
can just go
Yeah,
mid
I
here.
was.
Just sweep and like go there. If you hit your Q here, she's dead. Just go to your bot side or look if the crap is up. Probably isn't
Yeah.
up. And then just like look bot as well. I think they were kind of low. Yeah, you have ult. Maybe yeah. I guess get the crap and then look bot.
Yeah.
Your bot lane doesn't have mana though. Still look there. Yeah, they're super clever. Just go there. Sweep as well here when you're in the tri brush. They don't even have vision. Just go there. Place a W. This guy's dead.
Have no cooldowns.
Just wait. Like, they will come up again in a second. See, and look at the wave as well. Yeah, but they're dead. It's fine. Now just go to your jungle.
Yeah.
I wouldn't risk with this HP to stay here. If you were healthier, you definitely take the Crux as well, but
Yeah.
just go to your Grump.
Yeah.
I guess I actually get this, yeah. It's
Yeah,
not bad.
just in case, because.
That's fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, get the Grump. Fine that you're looking top, but you 100% do the Grump and Wolves here, and then you can think about going top. I mean, it's still good to get the info, I guess, but
Yeah. Okay.
I guess also get the blue, of course, after the Wolves here, and then go to your top
I was
side.
thinking about taking. I was thinking about maybe taking blue and then recalling and then going.
No,
all
no,
the
no,
way
no,
top.
no, 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 no. You stay on the map. You want to have as little backs as possible to get your rocket belt, and if you're like doing well here, you can get it, right? You only need a bunch of like I think you even get it from your top side. You can actually contest Drake here probably, yeah. Yeah, contest
Yeah.
it. You have ult. Why are you smiting it? You want to contest Drake? Okay, like what are you doing? Oh, you actually got it. That's like the most illegal thing I've seen today. Oh my god.
Sorry.
No, don't apologize.
No.
It's fine, but it's like
Oh,
we'll talk about all
check
of
this out.
it by the
So
rocket,
check
but
this
it's
out, right?
worth
The reason why is because I was looking at my smite and I was like, okay, cool. Well, it's almost back up. I almost
buy
got another
it,
charge.
please, really quick.
But like, that's kind of okay. That's
No, but you decided to flash in after you didn't even have smite up, man.
no.
Bro.
Okay.
It's like your decision making is just like how are we gonna fix it? You just need to make the decision. It's like it's comical that it actually worked out, right? But it's
I know.
man, like this was not the right decision. Just like the way you're kiting is already showing me you want to move somewhere that's not the right direction. Just go to your red buff. Like, just go to your red buff. It's like, I mean, you can
Okay,
look for something top, but just do it after clearing here because you just died. Like he will still be low
like,
HP.
so would the better of path been like Raptors red and then
No,
Grump,
because like now the Renekton matches space, and then you would have been there for no reason. Just do the Herald now, right after the camp.
did the
It's
what?
It's a really do the Herald. It's a really good time to do Herald now. Your like
Herald.
support even moved here, and it's basically free. And yeah, Samira's 1 HP. You can maybe kill her. Just actually look if you can kill her. But look at her, like look at her, look at her. Why aren't you just killing the Samira? I guess she's dead. You just go do Herald. They can never contest now. Honestly, maybe even invade the blue, but just to Herald, I guess, the safer play. I think the right play would have actually been to just invade the blue first. Seems to be free, but it's fine. Now it's definitely not the right time to invade it anymore. I definitely get the last hit. Okay, like the fact, like just go to your bot set. Just go to the fact that you're even giving this over and you're not even like mad about it. It just you might have to watch like my mindset video about Ekko. Have you watched that?
Wait, giving what?
Why are you taking the mid farm?
Wait, giving what?
And
over?
get the fucking cannon, man. I.
Hold on.
I'm
Wait,
sorry. I feel like I'm.
there's too many words.
Yeah,
Hold
yeah.
on.
I feel like I'm overwhelming you. I'm sorry. It's
Yeah.
like
I okay. So one
you're
thing at
just
a
making
time.
so many mistakes for like no
So
reason, right?
so what am I giving over exactly?
The herald. If you lasted it, you get like 100 extra gold, and then you even gave the herald like the eye of the herald, so you can't even place it for your own gold. So it's like
Yeah.
completely the wrong mindset to have. Like as Ekko, you want all the gold because your champ is just super unfair with gold. I feel like you really need to understand that
Okay.
because you're not playing like you understand that, and you're
Okay.
not making the decisions like you understand that. It's like your champion is so unfair if you have gold, especially right now.
Okay.
You can just kill her. Just kill her. Like she's just dead here, by the way. Just go over. Look, like just didn't have to wait so long for that. And then you just kill him as well. Just kill him. You have rocket belt. If you made the decision a little bit faster there, I think you can also just e-rocket belt on him. Definitely be careful. You might be able to kill her if you overcommit. Yeah, place her down. I guess she's running. It's fine. I think you should just help push and then recall. Like, don't take the last hits yet. Just recall. If your bot lane wants to die, they want to die. It's not really nothing you can do. And maybe they just get platings. I guess get like mercs here. And then, yeah, just the blasting one. And get a controller as well. Too late. It's whatever.
Look at a controller as
Yeah,
well.
if you're going in debt, you could have went like a control ward.
Oh, control. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. No, you're fine.
I definitely smite the Crocs here. You have like if you have 2 stacks up, smite it. If you only have 1, don't smite it. But with 2, like you need to get them recharging again.
Okay.
Just like small efficiency, but it's like 900 free damage at this point, so
Okay.
also makes a difference. Definitely look at the crab. Like take it away from your Trinity. You get more XP from it than he does. Like, don't ping him away or anything. Just take the last hit. Like, don't smite it. It's not.
Well,
That's not necessary. Just like take it. You even request from a ping because now you don't have the smite for the Drake, man. That's like that was so unnecessary. Yeah,
okay.
I'd still go to the Drake though. I feel like you can just do it. You're much stronger here. I guess actually now push mid. Now push mid because you're Vladimir moved, but so now it's good to get the pressure. And then you can just do Drake. Make sure to get the last hit with like the auto attack E reset. You can maybe still fight that. You can fight. They're all solo. Place a good W somewhere. You're just winning that. You can still fight. Like throw your Qs out in these situations. Yeah, just apply some stacks. No, but it wasn't like what I told you. It's fine. You see, like you just win this. Just keep playing. Just use your abilities. You can stay in there. Like throw a Q. Oh, it's nice. Smite it. Okay.
Oh, dude. Ah, fuck.
It's fine. You got it. You got it.
Yeah.
You didn't have to smite. Nobody was alive. Just farm here. Honestly, just farm. Your team either kills him or he escapes. You can't help either way. Just get the Grump. Get the Grump, get Wolves, and then I guess just recall.
Might push bottom.
No, I think you. Well, yeah, but definitely get the Wolves first. Although actually no, actually just go bot. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
I mean, if someone comes now, then it's the wrong decision. But it might just be that nobody comes there. Honestly, they're probably just all run mid now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna push it to tower.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Like,
That's definitely a good way to win games as well. I guess your team wants to push there. It's fine. Like they're stupid. Like Ekko is so good with gold. Doesn't really matter. I guess just recall. Can you buy the naturals already? I think right.
Yeah.
So then just go to your top side here. Start at Crux again. Like see how fucking strong you are this game. Like really realize at this point you can just fight anyone. By the way, take the portals. Take the portal. Take the portal. There's like a portal. Also makes it faster, right? Like no way. Like if everyone else is using these portals, you're just slower for no reason, right? What? What is wrong with this Ezreal? Did he call you? What did he call
Call
you?
me a cobble.
What the fuck?
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just,
Because you're sharing the goal with him or what? No fucking way, man. NA server or something else. Definitely have 2 smite stacks up here as well, by the way. I guess now not worth. But like the red buff, you could have just smited. I guess the blue's up. His blue, you just get it.
yeah.
Man. Place your controller here, I guess, in the brush.
I heard.
Yeah. You just like smite it. Smite early. Do you not know about the Ekko passive? The W passive?
The health on the health damage based on missing.
Yeah, so why are you not smiting? Like, get the wolves as well. Why are you not getting the wolves? It works on minions, right? Like, maybe you didn't know that? I don't know. Yeah, just help mid, I guess. Help mid, you. They're like fighting. You have smite as well.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
Yeah, just get the wolves. Though, I mean, see again, like you're kind of running away from her, but you need to realize that this champ doesn't deal damage to you. So it's like you also don't one-shot her, but she really can't do shit. I guess just get Herald really quick.
Oh no, that's
oh, they're just FF'd. Okay, I guess that's fine then. See, like you had insanely good stats here, but I think you played really bad. Like you made a lot of big mistakes. Like not even trying to be rude or anything. It's just like you made such massive mistakes, right? And it's still you still got away with it because I told you like to go to the like take recalls at the right time, go to your right position in the jungle and this, and then also especially the most important thing I told you sometimes to engage, right? And then in situations where you really wouldn't have done it, and you just won it so easily usually, right? It wasn't even really close in most situations. So like, you just really need to start getting in those engages yourself, and I think the best way to learn that is just by playing as aggressive as possible and learning from it. Like sometimes you might overstep, but that's still better because you at least tried, and then you're gonna be able to learn from it.
Okay. Did you want to? I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna share my screen.
Did you want to see my? Did you want to see my? Oh.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Your clearing was actually okay. There was no problem with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a little late now that I just played the game, so.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm always using your Smurf account, by the way, for an A. I hope that's okay.
No, that's fine, dude. I don't care, man. I gave it to you just so you can do that because
you
helped me out. Yeah.
So
No,
what were you about to ask?
Yeah, so like the smite thing. Here, let me turn my light on real quick. All right, so the smite thing, right?
What smite
so
thing?
so this might sound a little stupid because like I like I said I basically just started jungling this season, right? The smite cooldown. So when I was looking at it, the smite cooldown looked like it was like 5-10 seconds away from being up, so I would have 2 sets of smites, right? You can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the reason why I smited the blue, because I was like, okay, well, if I'm looking at my smite, it looks like I have only
You just looked wrong, I guess. I don't know. It was just one charge.
Yeah, because it looked like I was about to get 2 charges, so I was like, okay, cool, and then I smited it.
You really just look wrong. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
We will see in a second, right? But that's like really not the important stuff. Of course, that's like one really. I mean, that it's important overall the fact that you make these like really big decisions that are like really wrong, I guess. But I mean, it was still just one situation, and it actually worked out right in the end. Okay, let's see your clearing really quick. Here, as I said, also with the ward, I think like this ward basically never provides you with value, especially not against a champ like Rel. When will she ever walk here before the ward expires, right? It's in 60 seconds. By the time like she will still be in her jungle, this ward really gives 0 value. I'd rather just keep the wards and then like, let's say you jungle up here, you actually gank here, then maybe you can leave a ward afterwards, which is nice. Or you just have one and when you gank bot, you can do the same here basically. And like you really don't need the sweeper early, but again, this is not the important stuff. You were a little bit late. One thing actually that I realized is you only need to attack the big one. Don't even out attack the small ones, and just make sure the second Q hits all of them, and then they all die as well from your pet, and it's fine. It's a little bit faster.
Okay.
I think you lose slightly more HP, but it's not a big deal.
Okay.
No, definitely make sure to hit this one, of course, but it's small. These are like the really, really small time wastes, and they don't matter, honestly. Definitely not in your elo, but like not even in my games, this kind of stuff really matters. It's like half a second. But like, this matters more, right? These like, let's say, at 31 you could have already started recalling. You just randomly decided to go for like 4 seconds, right? Randomly you just walked here for no reason, and like 4 seconds doesn't seem like much, but it's already like percentage-wise of the time you've wasted from this game, it's actually not that small of an amount. And if you do this a bunch of times over the course of the game, as I said, I think it adds up to like over a minute probably. And if in like a 20-minute game, that's quite a lot, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then here, of course, as I'm always saying, if you're walking out of base, always make sure to look back. That's exactly what you did. Here, like, honestly, in a higher elo, I would have actually told you to go dive here. But in this elo, I wouldn't trust my teammates to make the correct plays here. So, like, I think the much safer play is to just jungle here.
Okay.
And then look if something is available afterwards. But, like, this Sona is definitely in kill range, right? She's 200 HP, super squishy champ, like one of the squishiest in the game. 31 base MR. And then you have the Zyra. If she hits an E or something, it's completely free. And like all you need to do is basically run up here and then place a W somewhere and dive. But as I said, in your elo, I would just do this. And if you do the Raptors path, I don't know how much you do this, if you actually do this on your own as well. But this is more advanced, I would say, but it's definitely good, right? Doing Grump, Blue, and then just getting level 4 from the crab here. Like, don't do the Wolves. It just takes too long if you do the recall. And in this way, like, oftentimes you can fight, like, what sometimes happens is that the enemy jungle started at blue and they just full clear down here. They will be level 4 when you meet them. But since you have the Dark Seal, you'll be strong enough to fight them, technically, if you play correctly. So, just be aware of that. Like, as I said already in-game, don't smite you. You have 1 minute cooldown now, so you won't have it in case you need to have it at the crab.
See this one. Wait, is this where I smited the blue? Because like, on my screen, I saw something completely different.
No, that was later.
Yeah, because like it's happening quite frequently to me. I'm not sure if it's a connection, but like the other day, it was appearing on my screen that I had a scanner, right? The little scanner icon, and I only had one. Oh, you there? Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah. So like just earlier today, one of the games I was playing, I had Rift, but it wasn't showing up as Rift. It was showing up as my scanner, and I pinged it, and it said it said Rift Hero, but it had the scanner. You know.
That's That's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. But that's like the only bug. Your smite shouldn't be bugged like that. I don't know. I also have that. It's not like a bug, but it's a weird change they did. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like again, this is like super small stuff. Like let's not talk too much about this stuff.
Yeah, because like normally I wouldn't have smited the blue, but like I was just like.
This is the big stuff here. Like this is the big stuff. The fact that you in a second you like everything perfect until now. Also, actually good that you didn't E because it's kind of annoying when you E out of the brush, you lose vision, so you can't E auto attack. That's definitely like something I'm sometimes do wrong. But like this, like why? Why?
Yeah.
This guy is 1 HP, this guy is low as well. Like if he decides he wants to fight you, you just win. You're actively like not even like the mistake was already just stepping away like this, but then like you actually E away from her. Like why?
Yeah, okay.
You just need to stay on her here and kill her. This champ is so fucking useless. It doesn't do anything. And then like at least this guy actually walked into your range here so you could like proc passive. But the first decision to just let this guy run away for no reason, I really don't understand. You like this just needs to be super obvious to you, right? Like and this guy as well. Like, he wants to die here. If I'm in this game, I just run at this guy and kill him as well because he's half HP here as Sona walking up to full HP Ekko with a Zyra nearby as well. You see this guy? What is he doing? You could just flash on him probably, like probably not because he flashes away, but like if this guy steps any further or any closer, you could just E over here even. You just that's exactly what I said before. You're just not punishing the mistakes that are happening, basically. And that's also what's just in general happening in Silver, and that's why the people are in Silver, of course, because they're just not punishing the mistakes that everyone's making, but Like that was not even like a mistake she made. It was like a good play from you, but you just didn't want to end it basically, or like finish
Okay.
it. Yeah, and then here
Okay.
is a little bit of a difficult choice because on the one hand you could just base here, get a blasting wand, and then you go here, and then you'll be able to puff down again, which is kind of what you want to do, right? You kind of want to gank this lane more than the other ones because
Yeah.
your top is no gank setup at all. Your mid neither, basically. I mean, mid is kind of gank. Well, also this guy's building Hexranker, so you actually just want to gank bot here in this game.
Okay.
So a good path would be to just be here and then puff down, and then here you make the decision: do I like
Yeah.
go bot or keep jungling? I mean, the jungle won't be up by then, but or like
Yeah.
you could also look top as well. And then here, I think going bot is like an okay decision because it's not unlikely that they will keep overstaying in this elo. But I think generally, like now your team is out, so that they're just retreating, right? And you're so far away. So and like the other decision you could just make of course just clear these, and then you'd be able to buy a blasting wand and tome, which would of course be a little bit better of an base, and without having to go in debt, of course.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, going for this is, I would say, okay. I just, yeah, as I said, I told you quite early to just recall here, right? Like don't overcommit to this. They're not overstaying. So now you just wasted a bunch of seconds, but at least this time it had an upside of maybe rewarding you with some kills.
Yeah. Okay.
And like now, as I said already, never buy this. Like these stats are not useful for jungling. They're okay if you're looking to fight a lot, but like always buy the AP.
Okay.
Yeah. And then in your position, I personally probably wouldn't have went in debt here, honestly. Like that's why I think I personally would have just made the decision to keep jungling here and then have the blasting wand Amptome without having minus 50 gold.
Okay.
Because it is available to you, of course, and you're not really pressured to be anywhere.
Okay.
But as I said, this is like fine. Again, like why are you even running in this direction? Okay, the wave set is kind of good, but this guy is full HP as well. So
Okay.
yeah,
So
like
is
again,
there
these
like
are
a
like just wasted seconds.
yeah, so like is there like a I guess like a rule that you follow before ganking a lane? Like if
Yeah,
you're
I clear the side and then I see if I can gank. Or I don't
okay,
even
so
start here. Like, if you want to go top right away, then you could just do it without even doing this camp. The only time you would want to do the camp here is if it gives you a level up, basically. Then other than that, it's much better to just... because see, like, if you clear this now and then you go top, then this will still be up, and the next time this spawns, it's like, the timer's not going to be synced. And you always want to have the timer synced if you can have that. And you won't always have, like, let's say this guy's 1 HP, then of course you move to him, right? But if he's full HP, like, in this situation, then, like, why... You shouldn't force this much.
okay.
Just like, take the gold that's here, that's also a third of a kill. Like, think of this as a third of a kill. What you're just letting sit here, basically. Or what you should just decide to go to.
Mm.
And also it will give you level 5 here. Definitely make sure to get this. But like, let's count the seconds you're just wasting here again. Like, first of all, you should already be kiting in this direction. Of course, that would have saved some seconds. So let's say, when do we start counting the wasted seconds? I guess now is like when you start wasting seconds. Because you can, of course, pull them and then just throw 1Q behind you. So like at 6 minutes and 5 seconds.
Mm.
And now you're even just standing randomly. So it's like
Oh
literally
yeah,
10 seconds wasted, not even more.
yeah,
15
that's when I
seconds,
started getting
15 seconds wasted.
yeah, that's when I started getting flustered.
Yeah, it's fine. Right? I'm not trying to call you out, or I mean, of course, I'm trying to call you out on it because
Yeah,
that will help
no,
you improve. But it's like, I'm not trying to shit on you or anything like that at all. It's just what's happening here, right? You're just literally wasting 20 seconds
Yeah.
for no reason, and like 20 seconds is not a small amount in like a 6-minute 20 game, right?
Yeah.
And like especially with the 5 seconds in the beginning as well. Like just be more decisive with your decisions, like, and of course make the right decisions. Just understand that this is not a gankable lane. Like the Tryndamere can run at this guy, and then what will he do? He will E, and then E another time, and then he's out. Cool. And you just can't really do anything. And even if you manage to stun him or whatever, he's literally full HP. So
Okay.
and you have your jungle available. Just prioritize your jungle. It's like the safe play. And in this game, you actually had decent CS numbers because I often, of course, told you where to go and that stuff. So you had like I think around 7.5 CS or 7 CS, and that's like fine for the time in the game. So you're just much stronger, right? You just felt like you could actually get away with way more stuff, or you should have felt that at least. And then you were not really looking mid enough.
Yeah.
Like you were looking there too late, honestly. Like, let's say when could you have already moved there? If you
Yeah,
just
because like I
actively
want
look
to.
here, you see this guy face checking, you already start moving there.
Yeah, yeah, because like the reason why I went upriver was because on my map, Scuttle was showing that it was still alive. So once Goku
Yeah,
was
yeah,
Scuttle.
of course, but it was you could have known that it was cleared because like that's definitely more advanced stuff. It's not the stuff you really should think too much about. But I knew that this was cleared, of course,
Yeah.
because the rel farmed up earlier. So just like
Okay.
it's fine to check it still. It's completely fine to do
Yeah.
that. It doesn't cost you a lot of time, but still like go there. Of course, it still took you a little bit too long to react to that. Did you get her in the end though? I don't even remember. This W is fine. Yeah, I mean you missed your Q. That's why you didn't get her. I guess it happens, right? Everyone misses Q. It's not. This is not even the big stuff here. You made the right decision, I guess, to go there. I mean, I of course told you also, but like I guess one thing against Samira in general, of course, she has used her W here, but Samira is actually a champion you don't want to use the EQ combo against because she can
Okay.
block it with her W, of course, right?
Yeah.
It's a super long cooldown here. She already used it. You can of course see that if you look at the fight. But if we don't have the info here, like just E her on her and then maybe bait out the W. Like this is really not the stuff you need to worry about in your elo. I'm sure like most of them don't even have the reactions to W on time anyways if you just EQ on
Yep.
them. But like technically just like make the safe play here, right? As well, you could just E on her and then make sure you hit the Q if you're not comfortable with the EQ combo, and you probably also get her. You just really need the slow here, so the Vladimir can also hit her. Yeah, and then the bot crab is even up. So see, now you're already in river, so you should always make the decision: do I go here now or do I go jungling? There's always like these breakpoints on the map you really need to think about, right? As a jungler, this is one for sure. Then like just coming out of base, I would say is even one. Like either you make the breakpoint, do I go here or do I go here? On the other side as well, of course. And then like in the river as well is just in like these directions, of course. Like you can even go mid here, maybe like you could even dive mid here theoretically. I would say bot is of course much lower, so and also 2 kills available, and they even have no mana here, so they're super gankable.
Yeah.
And of course I also told you to go here, like, and here you just wait too long. Like be decisive. Like why are you even waiting? This guy's literally one shot. If you just EQ over here, you need to realize that this guy is in lethal range, basically. Okay, maybe not if he exhausts you right away, but let's be realistic, this guy won't exhaust you right away, probably anyway, so like just place your W somewhere here. I guess, okay, like the correct play, honestly, until now the correct play is to just wait for this wave to come in, but definitely don't let them base, right? That's the important thing. Like, just don't let them base. So if you see them basing, just don't let them. Where does this go? Does he stay? Oh no. Okay, so it actually was the right thing to just move around here, right? That was definitely, I guess, good. Because he recalled, or he wanted to recall.
Mhm.
So going around here is good. But like, don't even clear the ward, right? Like, just walk there right away. You don't really see, like, it was kind of close for him to recall, so... But yeah, again, you just miss your EQ, right? If you hit the EQ, he's just dead right away, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, this just a small decision here, but like, this could cost you theoretically if he just manages to get his recall up because of that. And then it would really suck.
Okay.
And here, even this, like the W, I would just not even use the W on this position because it's a small cast animation, and you can just from here you can just EQ on him, and you'll just kill him right away. I would even say maybe the W also kind of made you miss the EQ because it was just
Okay.
another cast in there. And
Yeah.
then you're like, what? You were like stressing out in game, but just chill, right? They're dead here.
Yeah.
Just realize,
Yeah.
yes, there's still technically life. You maybe think, oh no, the rail might be coming. Let's say even the rail is, if she is still coming, you still have like 4 seconds for your abilities. For sure, in that time you just run away when you see her here or whatever, and then you will still kill them and you'll still escape. So just like understand that they're dead here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is completely fine. Definitely, like again, like just you didn't have to take that extra tower shot here. Just make the decision. Like you don't even need to really go in here at all, right? You can just EQ, and they will die, right? With your Zyra, with your Edril. Like don't even E in there. You just throw the Q. You will get like probably the kill as well. And
Okay.
then yeah, like definitely, as I said, if you're full HP here, take advantage of the fact that you're like in a 3v1 here. So just take this camp. Again, this
Okay.
is more advanced stuff. You definitely need good game sense for that. But like, this is not that. In this situation, you wouldn't need good game sense because it's like 3v1 basically.
Okay.
It's not that big of a thing to think about.
Okay.
So you just take this camp. If this guy comes, you still take it. He can't do much, especially because he's playing Rel. But yeah, of course, in this situation you have 1 HP, so just get into your jungle. You will heal up a little bit. I think it's also fine since like you want to kind of stay on the map here for your rocket build anyways. So in this situation, it's for sure fine to just take the HP here. I mean, it's always fine. It's not a long time, but it's good that you actually use this kind of stuff because I think a lot of people in your either definitely don't use the plants much.
Yeah.
I would say again, like don't smite with 2 stacks if you don't have 2 stacks. I mean.
You said don't.
Here, yeah, don't smite
yeah.
if you have 2, unless you have 2 stacks. I mean, it's not
Yeah,
that.
see right here, this is what I was seeing. See the 765
Yeah,
that one
yeah,
right there.
it's
So I was
just
like, okay, cool. So
because
I
yeah,
smited
but
it.
okay, like just get into like the feeling of the fact that if you just smite it, you won't have another one. You won't have 2 available, right?
Okay.
So in this situation, see, like you can see the small one. This means the second one is charging, right? If this is not there, then you just have 1.
Okay.
So see, like now you smite in a second here. So the first of all, it will. That's what confused you, I guess, because there's always the 15-second cooldown, right? That's what it's saying, right? 90-second recharge. So that's what's happening right now. It's recharging for like 90 seconds, and then if you use it, if you smite, then it goes on a 15-second cooldown, even if you have 2 stacks available, right? So it will always go on a 15-second cooldown, and what will be happening here, right? You use it. So, no, see, like, now since it's still recharging, it goes even on a higher than 15-second cooldown. So, like, if it's not on a 15-second cooldown after you use it, then it means you don't have, like, another charge available after this one comes up, basically.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
I guess that's because you're kind of more new to jungling, I guess you never really thought about it. So, see, like, now, yeah, just, like, see, you have the one here, which means you have 1 charge. And then, like, of course, it's still charging up the whole way. So after you use it now, it will be on a almost 90-second cooldown. Yeah.
Okay.
But, like, this is, like, bad already, the fact that you did this, but I guess you weren't aware. But then, like, the way worse is the fact that you flash in there with, like, half HP as well.
Yeah, okay.
Like, yeah, definitely, actually, also... Wait. I think we saw them before you started the blue as well. So maybe, I think you just shouldn't have even started the blue. I think that's also something I wanted to tell you in game. No, okay, we didn't see, so it was a little bit unlucky. But yeah, just definitely finish it at this point. The rel takes the longest time here anyways. Like, she's really not in a position to do it, honestly. So just finish this, you see still at like 2.7k HP, you can easily walk there. But let's see, the way, like, yeah, smite, and then of course you also smite it at like 1 HP as well, so it's even, you didn't even get like good value out of it, right? It deals 600 HP, but you only smite it for 200. Never do that, right? Like, actually never do that unless it's the camp is being contested right now.
Okay.
And then like here, it's fine, I think you can fight this if the Vladimir's moving. You're a little bit healthier here, and you have like ult and everything, or you're not healthier, but you have ult, so it's fine. Like, the first reaction needs to be like a W here or something before you even step into vision. I mean, this is fine, actually, the W where you placed it. And then you're like, why? You should never get this here because she has smite, I mean, you don't. But I guess she was just too bad. But, like, this is not stuff you can rely on, right? Not at all.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you even get like a kill.
I let them know that I'm crazy.
Yeah. And then, like, if you're good here as well, you just dodge the Aurelion Soul ult already with your ult.
Yeah.
Like, no need to get stunned there and make it even closer. Like, just ult now as well, also to last hit the Drake as well. So, yeah, in the end you die, but it was of course super worth. Like, this is what you're getting away with in your elo, right? This is actually what you're getting away with, so if you just make a little bit more consistent decisions and don't even do this kind of stuff, which of course also will get punished oftentimes, I'm sure, then yeah, like, you're gonna climb easily. And like, I would say actually your mechanics are fine, honestly. Like, of course a bunch of miscues, but at least generally you make like the right decisions. Your W placement is not bad or anything. One thing, although, in this situation I think I would have also just went to the crab right away.
Okay.
Like, crab, I'm always saying it's neutral territory, it's worth more, it's like contested basically. So if you're coming out of base and you know that it's gonna be up, I think in this situation you do know. Yeah, I guess you have the timer. I don't know if anyone ever stepped in here, but I think you have the timer. So yeah, just go there right away. Usually also just go here. There should be a blast plant up which you can take. And I mean it's fine. Your Tryndamere gets it, but
Yeah.
as I said, you should be thinking of yourself as a carry, and you should. That's why you should also take the gold that's available to you. Yeah. Here, I think after this, a good timing to do Herald. This W was not good. Like, it was too passive, right? She already used her W here. Why would she? Or yeah, it was her W as well, right? The thing where she dismounts. So why would you even decide? Like, why would she decide to go in here? She will of course keep running away in a 1v2. So yeah, this W could have definitely been better. She flashed away no matter what. At this point, like, don't even waste your rocket belt. She's not gonna die here, right? You have no CC.
Okay.
She's too close to her tower. Not a big deal though. It's not gonna matter in this situation.
Okay.
Still not the right thing to do, right? In some situation it might matter. And then what I said, right? You're a carry. Like, this gold is yours. It's for the jungler. It's not for the top laner. So just like smite it at this point. Smite it here. It's fine. You even have like your second stack charging up very soon. And then also take the eye and you place it mid or something. So you get the gold. Like, this guy's already doing well enough. It's much better if you also get enabled here. And then of course, just with Ekko in general, you should just always look to get yourself enabled. You're not a supportive player. And here, like, never take the wave. I would not have been surprised if this Vladimir is like mad or something or runs it down even. Like, why are you doing this? He's already walking. He will get most of this because the Samir will probably push it in. And it's the same other way around, right? This is for the laners. It's not for the junglers. So, and you even have your jungle up here. So, just go to your jungle. Don't even show here. Like, don't even give them the info that you're around here. That's already that's a mistake I didn't even think about in game. But like, now that I'm looking at this, just like walk here, walk up here. You won't be spotted. Get your jungle, and then you have a much better time going back, right? Because the enemies don't know. Did you recall? Did you like do this? They just don't have the info. Then there's no reason to give them this. And then of course, just like taking this a little bit criminal.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess here also you can just make the decision to go bot again.
Yeah.
Would be very reasonable here, honestly. Like an advanced path you could actually take here is just here, like go here, and the blast print should be up here, and you take this over here, and you have a really good dive for like just gank because they won't see you as early with this board, right? If you walk here or here, they just see you, but if you come from here, it's like very close to them. But again, this is really advanced stuff. But if you do this, of course, you will still. It's not really advanced in the way that it's difficult to do. Of course, you can always just try to do it. Of course, the only thing you need to think about is the fact that you shouldn't do this if you are like at risk of dying or something, or if the mid can move. Then you need to be careful. And in general, you can of course still do it.
Okay.
And then like this is a situation where you should just smite the Grump, right? Because you have 2 stacks here. It says 2, so you know the second one will be available in 15 seconds. So you just smite it here, and then you go look bot, I guess.
I get it. Okay. I get that. Yeah, very well.
So like now you have 2 smites up, and if you use one in the fight, you won't have a second one up anyway. So might as well start recharging earlier, and it's just gonna make you clear the little bit faster. And here is like I think the situation where you should have just went over on the Sona. Yeah, see, like you see them walking into you. Now is where you need to place the W. Do they even see you yet? No, they don't even see you here. Now you place the W, and you just go over right away. You EQ auto attack, and this guy's dead. 100%. Like, and you don't even need the W technically. So it's like fine to do this, but you really don't need to be so slow with it.
Okay.
And then here, like, why are you running away? This guy's dead if you don't do these steps here. Like, walk out this way anyways, to just cut off his path. That would have been, like... I would say in-game I probably don't always have this kind of awareness either, but, like, looking at it now, of course, I think best way would have been to just walk out here, because then he can't W anywhere, basically, right? It's, of course, a little bit risky, because you don't really know where Rel is, but still, you're, like, full HP here. So you shouldn't die, and your team is, of course, around as well.
Okay.
So, yeah, you just... It's fine. The W was not good though, right? The W should at least be deeper than if you want to wait for it. Because as soon as she sees you, she will run away, of course, in some direction. So just place it more centrally. Because also now it was kind of close for you to even proc it, maybe. Yeah, and then again, you could just dodge the ult with your ult. Although it doesn't matter, you will heal it up anyways in this situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, like just keep chasing. If you just rocket belt here, I think he's dead. Like you just need to be able to hit the rocket belt. So for that you had to E rocket belt. It's like, this is what I mean. In general, your playstyle is fine. You're a little bit slow with your mechanics, but that's completely fine for your elo. But I would say in general, your decision making with what you're doing here is completely fine, right? You're queuing her basically to just keep her out of range. You're Eing her ability. You're proccing the passive. Like this is all the stuff you should do. Like you could have been quicker with your W here. She probably would have still just kept running, and yeah, she would have been out.
Yeah, it was on.
Doesn't really matter. Just at this point, make sure to really help push, right? Your bot lane is so low, you don't want to leave them alone here. The Rel might be able to do something to them, so just push. You will also get some extra XP or gold, so it's fine.
Okay.
This guy, if this guy would have walked a little bit more into range, you could have maybe punished him, but this is okay. And then here you have like a decent base, right? What do you buy? Yeah, I think in this game it's worth buying mercs early, although not even that much, honestly. I mean, against Rel you kind of wanted, I think. I don't even know what kind of CC she really has, honestly. I think a lot of her CC is not even really affected by.
Yeah.
I mean, the Q of course is stun. Also, really important to know her Q destroys your W shield, right? So definitely be careful with that. I mean, in your elo, not like super important to think about, but it's definitely good to know, of course, that she can just destroy like a massive shield in the lake, theoretically. So yeah, you're not really buying it against the Q. W is a knockup, so it doesn't affect that.
Okay.
Okay, so actually Tenacity is not that good. Like, Tenacity is actually bad against Rel. I think in this game then you should have probably bought Sorks, actually. I didn't really look at it too much in-game. It's only really against Sona ulti and of course just like the general damage,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think Sork's better this game. But I think overall in this game, boots are just not super important. Like, boots are generally not super important, so you should actually buy. That's also something I've just recently really understood. I think starting to buy your second item, like getting the AP, is worth more than the boots. The only time I might build boots as my second item now is just when I want to really have the tenacity. But like in this situation, you should have just bought the Fiendish Codex as well here.
Okay.
Instead of the boots. They're not that big. And since you have the extra 10 movement speed, you also don't need the upgraded boots as well, as much.
Okay.
Yeah, like definitely don't smite the crap here as well. When Jake is coming up, right? That's just like either it's first of all it's a little bit toxic when you just smite it away in his face like that. And then also, you of course want to have it for the Drake now. Like in this situation, again, more advanced stuff I would say to even think about this, but it's definitely good, right? You see your Vladimir bot lane here, so nobody will be getting this XP that's just gonna go into the tower here, so just push it in, right? So either someone will have to go here, or they just lose it on the map and it's like a positive play overall. And the Vladimir's not gonna get it anyway, so in this situation with Ekko especially is a very good champ at doing that. Yeah, definitely make sure to just get the, like, it's so much gold that you're just missing for no reason, right?
Yeah.
We're saying not so much, but it's like such easy gold to just get that it's like almost a third of a kill basically. And for what did you miss it? The fact that you just didn't use your Q, you didn't use your E, and you just didn't think about the minion auto attacks. So just be like a little bit more aware, I guess, in these situations. It doesn't cost you much brain power, or it shouldn't. Then like the W can be placed a bit earlier. Like, one mistake in this fight for sure was that you really didn't look at it. Right, like now you should just already start looking here. But in game, I'm 100% certain you were looking like either this or then like after I told you to look, you were looking like this, but you really didn't get the information that you need, which is like the HP of the enemies. What you can really see is that they're all half HP, and you're in a strong position. You need to realize that. Like 2k gold ahead on the Rel. You're actually you're the second strongest member in the game, basically. And your Vladimir is also doing really well. Just, if you press tab here, you see the shutdowns, you should realize that you guys are strong. So you can't fight this when you're all at half HP. And so like now you should place the W somewhere here. Because that's where they will keep walking, of course. Like now you place it in his vision, of course he just ints and just dies right away anyway, so the W doesn't matter a whole lot, but still it could have been better. And then like I don't think you had to use your rocket build here, but let's see.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe you had to. No, you didn't. It's like if you just don't do that small step back here for whatever reason, you just EQ on him and he's dead right away. And then you have the rocket belt available, so you can keep fighting. So, like he's so close here. Like if you had placed a W earlier, you wouldn't even be in this position. Then like now, you can still just go on him. Like now you make the small step back and just keep going on him, EQ, and he's dead. I think that Vladimir even kills him on his own, anyways, with the ult.
Yeah.
And now, yeah, just like keep fighting. Yeah, as soon as your Q's up, I think it was up for like 2 seconds here. Of course, I'm just like telling you how you should play perfectly. It's fine if you let it sit for 2 seconds. It's not the big stuff, but like now it's up already. Like already throw it out here. Like already throw it out.
Okay.
See, like you're letting him walk a little bit. It's not a huge deal, but you just want to get in as much DPS as possible. And this guy just ends. And like just keep on there, right? They're so low here. Your Ezreal is also on here. With full HP, like these guys just got sandwiched and they didn't decide on anything, honestly. I think you should have definitely proc passive on the Samira here. Like, definitely play around your passive procs, right? In these fights, you really want one at the start of a fight in this situation, for example. Yeah, she doesn't even have W, so like when she dashes in here, you auto attack, you auto attack, auto attack, you auto attack, you have the passive movement speed. And then you can really decide what you want to do. Either you just KS what you this guy, which is like fine, or you just go on the rel even, or you just have the passive proc and then you maybe just all inner and probably kill her.
Yeah.
So I think, I mean, it was fine, right? You ulted back, you got the kill anyways, but it was super close because of the Hex Drinker, and it didn't have to be. I think you could have also maybe used ult earlier here as well.
Yeah.
Never mind. No, I don't think so. Yeah, like, it definitely started running out here, I think. Although, maybe you needed the auto attacks. I'm not sure. Maybe it was even the right decision. Let's see if you should have even ulted back, though, honestly. Yeah, I don't think... I don't think you should have ulted back. Should have just kept fighting here.
Okay.
Like, you hadn't procced your passive on her yet. And then it's fine, the Realm isn't here. You probably could have even killed him with your team. No. I mean, yeah, okay, he flashed away, I guess, so he was just out with that, but
Okay.
it was fine. See, and now you need to realize you're super strong here. You really need to realize that. I think I personally would have probably taken the Wolves and then went bot. I think just let the Ezreal push as well here. It's fine. I mean, he didn't ping that he was on his way. Yeah, he was mad about it as well, but he didn't ping anything, so kind of his fault. If you would ping that he's on his way, definitely let him do it.
Okay.
Yeah, now it's a good time to do Herald again. Like, yeah, definitely take the camps first. Right, this guy's dead anyways, he can't contest. And then what you should do is always go to the Wolves first as well here. Like, get the camp that's deepest into their base, right, basically. So if you get caught here, you're always fucked, basically. Or not always, with Ekko, of course, you can still escape, but you're way more fucked if you get caught here than if you just get caught at Grump. You can just walk here, get the plant, E over or something. So, like, just the sequencing should be up always, like, out of your...
Okay.
Towards your side, of course. And now you even let the Wolves sit, I think. Oh no, I guess... Yeah, you're just kind of walking around back and forth again. If you just had made this decision to go for the Wolves, you would have already been around here. And then you could have maybe helped a little bit earlier. But it didn't matter in the end, but still, it was still not the correct play. And then I guess here, let's see. It was definitely good, the fact that you dodged the RLW with the E. I mean, I don't know how much you actually thought about that. You were engaging on this guy no matter what. I think it was kind of coincidentally in this situation, but definitely, if you manage to do this kind of stuff, then you can for sure just fight this now. You dodged the big CC ability of the Rel, so you're not really in a position to be scared. Yeah, and then I guess you probably don't kill this guy, but you can still just hit him a bunch more times. There's no reason to run away. Man, you really need to realize that Rel doesn't deal any fucking damage. It's a tank that she's only there to enable her team. If she wants to fight you on her own, she will always lose in the long run. especially with this
Okay.
build and especially with the fact that you're like 3k gold up on her anyways. But like
Okay.
even in an even game, I'm pretty sure Rel can't really fight you.
Okay.
So yeah, now you kind of go on her again. Miss your Q. It's fine. Just get the Herald. Like, get the camp, take it away from her, so she really can't get back into the game, and then just get the Herald. And I guess they FF'd.
Yeah.
So see, you get really good stats, but you saw, right, there were so many mistakes still. Especially just time wasting. See, this game actually went like 18 minutes, and you probably wasted like 2 to 3 minutes of that. Like, actually wasting, let's say, 1 minute, but... Or let's not say 1 minute, maybe 30 seconds of like actually just wasting for no reason, but then like with bad decision making, definitely some more. I guess we still have like 40 minutes. I don't know.
Yeah.
You want to look at like a good game of you? Maybe this one. We can't set.
Yeah.
Would have loved to look at that.
I mean, I could play another one.
But I mean, another one is like we probably won't have time to review then.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I also like seeing, of course, how you play if I don't tell you what to do all the time, right? And then just see the common mistakes you do. So
Yeah,
maybe this
absolutely.
one.
Okay. Yeah, that's fun.
Also like high def games, of course, often a lot to review. Although this is super long, I don't think we have time for that. I guess either one of these. Let's see. Let's see how interesting they look. Drax Jungle. This is definitely not like the easiest game to play, I would say.
Okay.
Guess it was also a defeat. Oh, this game you won, wow. Even though this Rek'Sai... Let's see, I think there's an important... Although I think Rek'Sai got nerfed so hard, I don't know if it's even important to look at anymore.
Yeah.
I guess let's still look at it though, because it means she's still popped off, it seems like.
Okay.
You're still playing the wrong rune setup here, of course, as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really think, at this point, I'm not even afraid to say I think it's just wrong. Like, I was always of the opinion that it's like, you can play whatever you want, but I genuinely think at this point just Electric is better. People need to start realizing it. I've seen more and more people actually take it on other champs as well. Like, I've seen Kiana jungles with it, I've seen Evelyn jungles. I mean, okay, Evelyn I think has always taken it, but it's definitely just the superior rune. Someone in my Discord also made the math on it, right? They basically like double the damage on a single target anyways. And like you would have to proc it 3 times in a fight to even be worth. I don't think you should ever cover here. You will never get any info that you want from covering here, and the only thing that could technically happen is that you get caught for like no reason. So just stand here. If some teams might invade you, but it's very rare, honestly. Just stand here. Usually you don't even need to leave a ward. Against some champs you might want to leave a ward here that might invade you. But generally just, like let's say an Olaf or whatever, but Olaf's not really played in the jungle. Just like really strong level 1 champs, they might invade you, but it doesn't really happen. Especially like with this path, people don't even expect it, and you're like, people don't even expect it in my elo most of the time, so they for sure don't expect it in your elo. Like, yeah, I don't even know what you're doing here. Like, this info is so useless for you, basically. You're not gonna do anything with that anyways. Cool, like now you know. I mean, okay, you might feel more safe at taking the bot crab or something now, but it's not valuable information, it's just information.
Okay. So where would you place a ward, or would you just hold on to it?
I would just hold on to it in most. As I said, in some matchups I might ward, but in most matchups.
So when would you recommend getting the actual scanner? Because I know that you said.
Yeah, as I said, I think at around 10 minutes I usually do it.
Okay.
It's like your second or third base. Definitely make sure to hit all of them here, right? I mean, in the live game you did it better, but you like just get one angle. I usually just stand here. I even take the like press on it here, so I have the indicator, and then I just throw it in a way where I know it will hit all of them. There's no reason to miss like these 2 here. Like even on the return queue, you should definitely position in a way where you hit them.
Okay.
Yeah, this like taking again. This is not the important stuff. This is not the huge time waste, but still something that's so easy to improve on. It's literally something you can learn without any pressure in like practice tool, and it shouldn't even take you that long. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is a good situation to get top. Definitely go around bot. Like, why are you going here? See, like, just think about it. Now, if you're walking here, you give him the chance. Like, you're not cutting off any of his way. Like, never ever gank from here if you're doing this. Like, just actually never ever do this. Like, always go around here because they will never have it worded anyways. And they will never expect it as well. So this is just like a 100% free kill if you... I think you didn't show, right? at least. I hope. I think that's why he doesn't react. But you're like making the I think you barely didn't show, but it was actually close. Yeah, like just walk around here, you get him 100%. And like another really big thing, like don't walk into his range here before you place your W. This makes such a massive difference. Just place it when you're here. You can already place it somewhere in his path. Or like even walk into the brush and then you can be a bit closer as well. And then place it somewhere here. He won't react, like never. He probably in your elo people won't even react with their flash. Like genuinely, just yeah, like this is too late. It's fine. It's still probably gonna work, but there's no reason to do it this late. And he even fucked up with his flash. I think here I would generally just EQ into the brush. It's fine. Yeah, I mean that's what you do, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, so it worked out. Yeah, see, like that's what I mean. Your mechanical decisions, like the way you use your abilities, is fine. You don't use them in stupid ways. Like not like I've definitely seen like people use it worse than you in your elo. So it's just definitely start with playing without the indicators again, though. It's like
Oh
it's
yeah.
just
No,
so
I had him,
important for Ekko. Like Ekko can't have good mechanics with the indicators, and it's just too slow for him. Especially the E. Like the E really needs to come out when you press it. It's a dash. It really needs to be quick, right? If you always have to
Yeah, I
press
was,
left click for that, it's just too slow.
Yeah. Well, no, I normally play without the indicators. I played a game with Sejuani,
Oh,
and
okay.
because so I have my keys set up to play Ekko.
Yeah.
So Sejuani is my second pick. Um,
I mean, I think you should play every champ without the indicators, honestly. But if you're like new to a champ or something, maybe it's fine for learning. I
yeah,
still
because I
think like
don't
it's
play
not that
now.
difficult. You really it just makes your
Yeah,
gameplay faster, you know.
yeah, absolutely.
Like okay, here again, I think definitely one thing Tyler is good. You do the crap first, but I think now you should just either you make the decision to go mid here, you go bot here, or you just jungle. I think in this situation, realistically, let's see what happens mid. Mid is maybe gankable, but also it's definitely risky. This guy is super healthy, and this guy doesn't have a lot of mana. Like he actually
Okay.
doesn't have mana for EQ here, so I think you don't kill her here. I think just make the safe play and just jungle here. Or go bot. I
Okay.
guess this guy's kinda low, but it's also Tristani. He has huge range with his W.
Okay.
So, yeah, like, what are you gonna do here? It's probably a mistake. I guess you're hovering mid, which is not bad. But, like, yeah, again, just the... I don't know, your EQ combos definitely need to improve. Just be a little bit slower with it. I don't know, you're just throwing out the Q as if you're not really trying to hit it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, in this situation, I don't think you have any kill pressure. Not really, although, I mean, actually, if you go on the Rexa here right away... But the action can't really help you, it's too low. So yeah, see like now you're basically just wasting time when the action even dies. That sucks. It's kind of low. I mean, they're kind of low. Maybe if they troll now here, you can definitely punish them.
Yeah. No, I fucked up on this one. This is where I died, remember?
Oh, that sucks. Nah, this kind of stuff, it hurts, but it was
Yeah.
it looked okay, right? It looked like it could work, but it was definitely the wrong decision. The way you
Yeah.
did it, I guess. Let's see. I think, let's say, I think in this elo, if you just flash on her really quick, you should probably kill her, right?
Yeah.
Like, you probably, if you just E over here, flash EQ right away, she probably doesn't have the reactions, but you're still, of course, in like a perfect world, you don't play around that. You don't play around the enemies not having good reactions. But see, like it took her quite a long time.
Yeah.
But of course, yeah, like now you're not in a good position because you also left your jungle up and you lost your flash. You didn't get the kill. You gave a kill over to your jungle opponent, so it's like super difficult now.
Yeah, hours when I died doing
For sure.
something like that.
But at least you can just jungle top now. It's fine.
Yeah.
Let's see. Again, like now you can make the decision. Do I go somewhere? Do I keep jungling? Like, why are you making the decision to go here? This guy's full HP. Like you can make the decision to go here, of course, but let's say like just get into the habit of not even ganking if the enemies are below half HP. Honestly.
Okay.
And the thing is, it will happen a lot in your games because you're playing in silver, and people in silver they don't play the game, right? They just don't trade. That's what's happening. These guys should probably be way lower. They probably could have traded already, but they don't do that in low elo. So just be fine with farming. Oftentimes, honestly, like especially now that when you will be playing the electric setup, you're not punished for farming. Like sometimes I've also realized this because I've been someone that gets like tilted in games where I don't get a lot of kills early, but I've just realized that it happens. It's like completely fine. Ekko is fine with that. You get your 2 items, you might get them a bunch of minutes than if you get some kills, but you'll still be able to play the game. So like just make the decision to farm here. Don't force anything in mid. Like, it might even work in some cases, and that's why you get like this positive feedback maybe that you should keep doing, but it's not the right decision. And I guess in the timeline we can see that you don't get the kill here, so it's like cool you took some HP away from her, but it's not probably not gonna make the action solo kill her, so
Okay.
and in the meantime you could have generated 200 gold for free, right? And not just generated 200 gold, you could have generated it and also had it like respawn again, right? So you could generate it in the future basically. That's also how you need to think about jungle, right? Like now you're just letting gold sit, that's also just gonna stay this 100 gold. And it's not gonna start regenerating. I mean, now you kind of want to make the decision to go for the crab. Of course, that's good. You generally value them, but I don't know if you can, right? This guy is so much stronger than you. He has like almost 1k extra gold, but he just lets you. He just gives it to you because I don't know. He's a pussy. I really don't know why he's giving it to you. That's kind of weird, man. He's up in XP. I guess he doesn't really see you. He just queues in here and like thinks maybe there's someone else here. I don't know. I guess bot has prior, so maybe that's why. Still, I would personally... Like, both mids are equal HP. It's just silver decision making, I guess it's fine. Like, people sometimes are too scared. I mean, of course, you're also often scared. So it just happens. I mean, I don't know. I don't think this is a great time to direct, but I guess it's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Since your auction is hovering around, but... Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely not uncontested. If the enemies had a bit better awareness, they might have checked. Just Q here, like, yeah, just Q earlier. Q the Rexus so she's slowed.
Okay.
Because you had it, and also just so your Q comes up again, right? Like, that's also such a big thing with abilities, okay, I guess. Did you have it up? Yeah, like, now you had it up, right? Like, now is where you Q, E. Like, you Q, go E into your W, and then auto attack, your proc your quick passive. Like, you're just too slow with it, right? It's fine, it doesn't matter, but it's like, in some situations it can matter, of course. When the game is like, especially in late game maybe, and the guy has built some defensive items and you don't just kill him with one rotation here. So just like, be a little bit quicker and then you'll also have your cooldowns up quicker again. Or maybe it will matter now on being able to kill these guys, I don't know. Yeah, I guess you can't kill them, they're too healthy. I think in this situation, if you have like good awareness and you look at your map a lot, yeah, you can see, you could have seen that this is just spawned, right? And then you see that this guy is here, so you could know that it's for sure up. So you could have definitely gotten that red. It's also not a bad idea in general to look mid here, of course. I guess now you go for it, but it's a little bit too late. Oh, I mean, not too late, but it just should have been faster, the decision. Then you like go for the dive, honestly. Like, where are you taking this camp? Get the kill, it's worth more. And it's like so easy to get here as well. This guy, I guess he warded. Do you see him ward? Like, now is where you just already need to be here.
Okay.
I mean, you don't have a wave. Does the action have E? You just eat in.
Yeah.
It's difficult because you don't have ult, of course, and you don't have flash either, so maybe... Like, honestly, the right decision would have just been to do red, and then you could have... then the wave would have probably been around here, and then you could look for a dive.
Okay.
Now it's kind of awkward. You show her that you're here because you take the tunnel. Also something you probably shouldn't have done.
So when I take the tunnel, does it give them vision?
No, but they, of course, they can see, and it's just right around her, right? That she just sees it disappear. And the Rexa can also see it on the map.
Okay.
So... Could have just gotten so much more out of this. And now this also sucks, your Grump is just up here, right? Okay, what decision do you make? If you do this, then it's a bet. Yeah, that's the one thing you really shouldn't have done here. I think the best thing to do here would have probably been... Actually, just recall. Like, recall and then... Actually, recall and then clear up to the Herald and contest the Herald. That would have been, like, the perfect play, in my opinion, here.
So, like, why would it have been, I guess, the better one to recall?
Because you just don't have a lot of gold here, right? You just want to get your blasting one. You're just so slow at clearing your jungle at this point.
Okay.
And you can get a blasting one, maybe even an Amptom if you go in debt, so... I think that's better. And also it makes it, like, now if the Rek'Sai would want to contest the Herald, she could, right? She could just do it here, and you probably don't win that fight. And she kind of threw her lead, actually. She's still stronger than you just because she has also spent the gold, of course.
Yeah.
So, like, now would be the time where you need to base. You shouldn't be even here, honestly, not really. I mean, maybe, because he's kind of low, but also it's Malphite, he should just be able to hold out. You don't have info on the Rex, so I guess let's just see how it plays out. You die here. Now you're just really weak at this point, because you have 1.6k unspent gold. You see, like, you just don't deal enough damage, and that's where you die. So, yeah, I think making the decision to recall here, not even clearing this, then you would have been on the map, you would have gotten level 6, you would have had some items to fight, and then you probably even win this, actually, right? So it all started here by making the wrong decision to recall. And now also the way you cleared your jungle is, like, towards top side, which is maybe not optimal. I mean, let's see, what kind of stacks do you have here? I guess you'll have to respawn for that. You also need to look a little bit at, like, what kind of lanes you want to gank. Yeah, you haven't collected the bot lane camps stacks, so that's where you kind of want to go, right? So clearing upwards is not what you want to do here. Again, this is, like, really advanced stuff. I think, like, most diamond players probably don't even think about this, but I'm still gonna tell you, of course, and maybe you'll understand.
Okay.
Maybe it will help you.
Yeah.
So, like, just realize that now these camps will respawn in this direction. And what you kind of actually want to do here is just have them respawn in this direction so you can just walk bot. Like, even now you shouldn't, I mean, you kind of want to go to the Herald, of course, because people are fighting here, but also you actually don't really. You should just go bot right away. I don't even know where you're going.
Okay.
Like, these guys look bot and see that they're so killable, just go there right away. Like, did you forget that you cleared your top set here? So, like, now you're just going to the side where, like, there's less stuff to take, basically. And I guess the Herald, getting the Herald here is okay, since it could be free, but it's also a little bit risky because it's not technically free. Like, the only reason it could be free is because people often don't check it.
Okay.
Like, it's not technically free, but the Rek'Sai is even kind of here. She actually just didn't see you, I guess. What? 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 She just decided she wanted to give you a free kill, I guess, so that's cool. Man, like, this is fucking silver decision making, I guess. People just, I guess, really don't, like, I don't know, maybe you also don't realize, but it's, like, worth so much, right? Getting the Herald here for completely free, and then you could place a mid as well, get another 170 gold or something for you and your laner. Like, yeah, I think the correct play overall in a game where this guy doesn't grief, you just go bot right away, try to kill them, and then you jungle up, get your camps on the bot side to respawn, because you're gonna spend some time here clearing the Herald, right? And then you can usually look to either do a play or recall. You're just letting your top side, bot side sit for no reason for a long time this game. Very weird pathing decisions here, honestly. I don't know, you're like doing this, you're not doing this. You're just going for your blue straight up. I guess going for blue straight up is okay, you're getting level 8, but then you need to have like a real plan what you're gonna do after here. If you make that decision. So I guess if your plan is to do like Herald bot or something, that's okay. But like that's not what you do, right? You just clear the Gromp and then now you go bot. Like this really sucks. Now you just left one camp up here that's not gonna spawn in sync. So it's like really bad for your pathing. And then you just didn't really know what the Rek'Sai ult does, I guess, or didn't really know how it works.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't really play Rek'Sai, but I mean, now that I know about playing him, he burrows under and then.
Yeah, exactly. Like she's just untargetable, right? Like, why are you throwing your Q? You're throwing your Q at like nothing right now. Just wait for it to come out and then throw your Q. You're literally just wasting your abilities here.
Okay.
And then make sure to like move behind her, or try to move behind her to hit the return Q in these situations as well.
Yeah.
Like, you already fucked up your Q, but you can at least make the best out of it and hit your return Q, and then you proc the passive right away here. It's good you use the smite at least. Yeah, so it's fine. You could have gotten the kill though yourself. Now, like, just get her, get the Drake. Yeah, don't even stay so long here. Just get the Drake. Okay. It's good. I think it was a flip, but I don't think it had to be. You could have just done it faster, and then the Rek'Sai wouldn't have even been there.
Okay.
And at least you won the
Yeah.
flip. That's good. And it's
This
also good
is
that you play around
right
objectives a lot.
This is
Okay.
stupid right here.
Yeah, that was definitely like this. Just don't even do this kind of flash. Like, why are you?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so risky, and it's such a low
I
percentage
got.
play.
Yeah.
And this guy's not even that low, right? Like, I don't even think you kill him with the EQ passive
Yeah.
proc right away. Okay, I guess you do because the Jin's super strong here, but
Yeah.
yeah, like that definitely did not have to happen. And now it's not just a def; it's also a def where you wasted your flash. So it's like it's actually 2 defs, let's say, or like 1.5 defs.
Okay.
That's how you should think about it, honestly. Again, you're like looking top. Okay, I mean they're kind of low. This guy's kind of low, but I feel like he's just gonna be dead before you're there. Oh, he didn't even ult that max range. Do you have the rocket build yet? Yeah, you do. You're just too slow. You need to realize that you're just gonna be too slow here. I think you could have eat over here, maybe. Eat over and then rocket belt it. That's something you could have done, probably. At this point, okay, I guess Rek'Sai is dead, so you can just take this as good. Okay. You can't really hear this guy's actually contesting it. Honestly, at this point, just smite the wolves as well really quick. Get the gold at least that you worked for. And yeah, this guy just can't kill you. Now you should get red. Then I guess Crab is coming up in a second, which you should maybe get or look to contest. Maybe not because your mid doesn't really have prior. Yeah, I guess just going to your bot set is fine. Or like looking for something in mid is also good because your team is around. Okay, let's see what happened here. One thing you can do is just stand here and then place a W here. She won't see it, and it's gonna be quite deep. And then you can maybe engage. Now she of course sees you casting a W. Like, don't use your rocket belt like that.
Okay.
You didn't get like any real value out of it, other than the damage, and like the damage is just not enough value. Yeah, you kind of cancelled the E anyways, right? The E range with it. I think that's a bug or anything maybe. Is it a bug? I'm not sure, but you didn't even really get the range out of it.
Okay.
So yeah, that was kind of weird. Okay. Oh. It was this hit for a long time. I guess you die here. Let's see.
Yeah.
Were you just in tower range or what?
I was just inside of it.
Hmm. Yeah, unlucky. Oh wow, you don't even die. What?
Oh no, I got it.
Actually, yeah, like keep jungling now though. Like that's definitely the thing that needs to happen now. You're like this is such a waste of time. What you're doing here.
Okay.
Like you're 17-20. Like and like you should just start farming again now. You can for sure do it. You have your W up again. You just literally heal from the camps. At this point, after you clear the wolves, you won't even be that low, and you have red buff as well. You're just wasting so much time walking into base here.
Okay.
Like solid 20 seconds just completely wasted here, where you could have farmed.
Okay.
And then also not have had like minus 20 gold or like minus 50 gold. Okay, I guess you're going for Herald. What are you doing? You're just not doing anything. The whole time I think you should have just gotten level 11 as well, like before even doing this. Because Herald is something where you might fight, of course. So always get these power specs before that, get your like top side, or in this situation you should have just gotten your bot side, you would have gotten it from that, and then you can go there right away, right? There's definitely stuff to think about. Also would have gotten your blue smite upgrade from the bot side.
Okay.
So many power specs you just didn't really use in this situation. And then now you're like still not level 11 and you're looking for a fight, which is just not what you want to do. You can maybe get stuff here, but it's still, yeah, like you probably have to ult when you dive, so you would rather have it on a lower cooldown, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And there's like,
yeah.
like you could even take the
There's
wolves
stuff
now.
up in-
Okay, now you're level 11, but
Yeah.
it's fine, I guess. And like now why are you even ulting? You're just wasting that cooldown completely. The tower is almost dead here. And like, even if the tower wasn't dead, you literally could just walk out in this direction, or even in this direction, you wouldn't die.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm definitely someone that ults quite often for just the HP, but that was not a situation where that was at all worth it. Oh, I can't believe this game went on for so long. There must have been some massive macro mistakes. I mean, let's say, should you have kept pushing here even? I think you could have probably ended. You're so ahead here.
But I wasted my ult. So
Yeah, that's definitely one thing. If you hadn't wasted your ult, I mean, you don't really have a big wave. I don't think you can end. You can maybe get another tower though. That's of course good. Yeah. Yeah, it would have been nice to get the tower, I guess. That's definitely something you could have gone for.
here, I'm gonna exit the stream real quick.
Okay. Just tell me when you can see it again.
Got it. Okay.
And like this whole time, the problem is just that you're letting your jungle sit. You could be so much stronger.
Okay.
And now you're using your rocket bolt in base. Like, what was happening? Were you tilted?
Yeah. No. That one I did by accident. That was a mistake.
Oh, okay. The W as well.
Yeah.
No, so it's fine. Your action's doing work. You can just get the Drake for free. Well, like weird again. Like, what did you clear? What? Wait. You clear your jungle here? Wait, who cleared your Grump? Someone else, I guess.
I think it was Drake.
Like in this situation, you can just do like Wolves Blue into Drake, or although in this situation you actually just want to go to the Drake right away because it's kind of contested. But if it's just about to spawn, this is a situation where you can start at Wolves and not at Grump, right? If you just want to go there. If you have a plan where to go, then you can alter the pathing, of course. But that again, that's probably too advanced to really think about for you and make the right decisions. So I just stick to mostly starting from the outside and. Yeah. Like, but just make the decision to jungle more often. That's like such a big thing for you. Could have had this side cleared like twice more, and that's basically 4 kills.
Okay.
That's how you need to think about it. And not just 4 kills, it's also more base stats, like more XP, which is like so good for just not dying as well, and just being stronger. How much gold do you have? Like 800 gold, you definitely shouldn't go base here. I guess you're just, I don't know, standing a bit. Okay, you want to catch the Rek'Sai here, so I guess fine. It's good that you're going for this, I guess. Let's see if it works out. Yeah. Nice. Definitely be careful here. Like the Malphite can, I feel like the Malphite could just ult you and kill you. I guess he didn't want to. Maybe he couldn't have quite, but it was like against if he was a bit further ahead or not as far behind, maybe he definitely can kill you at half HP with his ult, E, Q, whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like this game you're actually not even playing that passive. Okay, like definitely never die like that. Of course, that was a really
Yeah.
unnecessary death. I guess you just didn't see that the wave was not there.
I thought I was gonna hit the Mundo. That's why I stayed in.
Yeah, wait, why did you think that? You really didn't end here? What?
Wait, what?
Okay, you were kind of close, yeah, to each other. Yeah, just make sure, right? Just make sure. Like, don't even let like fate decide. Just make sure that you're just standing further back than the Mundo for sure. Like, just go there now, and then he will hit it. And like, he also shouldn't tank it at this point probably because it's also a little bit low. But yeah, like this stuff definitely not good. Man, how did you guys not end here? Only the Rek'Sai was up. I guess Malphite is coming up with ult.
No, they were.
The Jhin was just having fun.
Yeah, they just wanted to play.
I guess so. Mundo didn't, but the Jhin really wanted to. Man, wow! And this game goes on for like. You really like wasted 15 minutes or like 10 minutes of your life for that.
Yeah, I know. I didn't. I wanted to end it.
And it was also but you died before at the fucking tower, so. Yeah. Could have just played another game in that time. Yeah. And then again, like in this situation, like you really have absolutely nowhere to be other than here and then just path down, or actually even better, probably since you're so ahead, just go to the crab really quick, or like Grump maybe. Let's see if your team wants to really do Nash, but like path to the Nash or something like.
Okay.
You're in a very good position, of course, to... Wait, how did you not take any inhibs? Wait, did they respawn?
They
Must
did
yeah, must
respawn.
just respawn.
Yeah.
Okay. But still, like, the Nash is just free at this point. It for sure is.
Yeah, and then
Why?
I
What?
think
What happened here?
we just started inting at this point.
You won this game though, right?
Oh yeah, we did.
Like, in this situation, your reaction should just be to rocket belt behind him to hit your return Q. Also, you don't want to, like, why would you want to be in 3 people here?
Okay.
Right? Like, you're in a 2v4 anyway, so you don't even want to be in this fight no matter what, but, like, you definitely don't want to be closer to them, and you actually decide to flash into them in a second. Like, wow, you stunned the Syndra. What did you get done with it? Absolutely nothing. You just died, and you flashed, and, like, that was, like, horrible decision making for sure. I guess that's the kind of stuff you said in advance, right? These kind of decisions, they're like, everyone makes mistakes, but like your mistakes are just so massive, right? They're actually game deciding, or like not game deciding since you won, but like they can be game deciding with how big they are, definitely. Because you just lose so much here, right? You lose absolutely everything. Like, first thing you lose is the fact that you could have generated gold the whole time here. Of course, you might want to push it, so that's not like the biggest thing in this situation to lose, but in general, your deaths are always just you not being able to generate gold. Then, like, the second thing you lose, of course, is your flash. You also lose the fact that you could have maybe saved the Jhin. I don't know, like, maybe you actually have enough damage to kill him because Jhin is so fat. If you just hit the return Q, hit the rocket build and everything, you lose your flash, you lose your ult, and you die. So, you lose everything you could have lost, basically.
Okay.
And, like, you also maybe even lose the objective here. Do you also lose the Drake? No, I don't think so. And, like, super like impactful in the way that it just lost you a lot. It didn't impact the game because you're so ahead, but still, really need to stop making these kind of mistakes if you want to climb. Like, these are honestly the kind of mistakes that make you drop elo.
Yeah.
Again, and like these are not the mistakes that make you drop elo, but they still ones that should just be easy to fix, right? Just take the fucking cannon, like, make sure to take the cannon away. You're like taking every single thing except for the cannon. Like, of course you thought your Q would hit it, but just make sure, like, I often use my E to just last hit the cannon. Like, why not? It's 40 mana for like 80 gold. You don't want to spend that? Like, it's super worth.
Yeah.
Really need to think more about that kind of stuff. It really adds up for you because it's so many small things that you're just doing wrong. Like, now you finally make the decision to jungle, but it's actually when your team wants to do Nash, so it's like the wrong decision. I mean, it's also the wrong decision to just start up the Nash here, but still, like, if that's something Baus actually said recently, and like that's so true, and it apparently even is true in, still in high elo. Like, if your team commits to a bad play, it's better to just commit with them and not because if they commit to a bad play, it's like 100% chance they will get punished for it if you're not there, right? Because then they're even in a numbers disadvantage. But if you're at least there, you might have the chance to just punish like smaller mistakes and get the advantage, or like just outplay them, basically. So, right, like just be there in these situations. In this situation, right, you just threw really hard again because your team made a stupid thing and you weren't there, and yeah, it just got punished really hard. You probably didn't lose Nash for it here. No, you actually don't for whatever reason. I guess because the ADC stat. So yeah, but this all didn't need to happen. You could have probably just done it, or like at least ping your team away if you don't want to do it, right? Just communicate. That's another thing. That just I mean, you definitely do ping sometimes, but maybe like these kind of pings I didn't see one in this game, right? You didn't ping a single time that you don't want to do it. So just like let your team know you might just be able to change their mind. Oh, you actually had the Zanyas here. I think you could have maybe even lived because of that, but you didn't. See, like there's another thing. The Zhonya's usage in like from players in Euro is often not even good enough to warrant it, right? You like this Zhonya's usage was okay, but you didn't use the thing that you could have gotten out of it.
Yeah, because I used Zanya's next to the wall, and then I wanted.
No, but you could have ulted. You could have ulted and then eat here. See, you're not stunned anymore. Like now you could have ulted. You had a small time window. Like all you need to do is hammer your R here, honestly. And then you live. Okay. You ult, you dodge the Syndra damage, you heal up a bit, and then the E over the wall.
Okay.
So this Zhonya's was just nothing. It literally wasted.
Okay.
Basically, you got an ace tier. So like that's why I also just recommend to not even buy Zhonya's in low elo anyways. But it's also just better to learn to play without it anyways.
All right.
So like the gap is actually closing a little bit now. You're only 3k gold ahead, which is like nothing. 3k gold in your elo at like 30 minutes in general is just nothing really.
Yeah.
And the Rex is actually super strong here the whole time. I didn't even see. You definitely need to be careful now. You really threw quite hard. Okay. Got the kill here though, so yeah, that's fine. I think, for example, this one I can agree with. It's actually good, I would say, to ult here. Because you want to keep pushing, so you would rather be full HP here than like have your ult up and be on 1 HP. So that's actually a good ult that you did there. Okay, let's see here. I mean, you didn't really do the EQ combo to keep her in the W. She just decided she wanted to stand in there. But yeah, like you even missed your Q here. Like definitely, if you in these kind of engagements, you had the right mindset, but you just did it wrong mechanically, right? But that's what I'm saying the whole time. You're just your mechanics are not even bad because of bad decision making or something. You just miss quite a lot of Qs and you are just generally a little bit slow. But I think that's also down to the fact that you play with the indicators.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just down to your elo. Like honestly, nobody in your elo plays super fast or anything. Here, one thing you could have definitely done is like E auto attack reset. So your auto attack comes out a little bit faster on the Tristana, because it was of course a little bit slow here. Or like yeah, like Q and then another auto attack would have also been enough. But now you just auto attack and okay, I guess you do the Q at the end. It's kind of okay. Or you did it here.
Yeah, I think.
Oh wow, yeah, that's actually a little bit unlucky. I guess the fact that your W didn't proc. Should have just been a little bit more patient here overall though. Like just place your W and don't walk in there before the W pops. That's like the big thing, right? Like you don't have any reason. You never engage with your E anyways. That's like actually a big thing. Like don't ever engage with your E like this. You have your Q up. Q first and then engage when the passive stacks are applied. Or like when you know that you you would have dodged all of this if you just Q first, right? This fight would have probably led to the game ending. If you just don't E in there. Like, never E without using your Q in these kind of fights. Like, only ever E, only E basically is if you can finish someone off.
Okay.
But you always need the Q to proc your passive. Yeah, I guess... Now you'll probably end in a second here. Guess you got the Drake. This guy's inting a little bit. Oh, you get that, it's Elder actually already. Yeah, definitely good that you got that. Now you can of course just run into the base. I mean, it's fine to take this for HP, I would say, but honestly you can just run at them. Like, be more patient here. Hit your abilities. Like, you're coming... Okay, you're not coming from out of vision because of the minions, but still, like... Just place your W here and then EQ on them or something and just make sure to hit it. Like, this guy's so free to hit, you should be able to hit these EQs on this guy. He's an immobile mage that's just standing here. Like, just play around that fact that this guy is basically a target dummy here. Okay, he can move a tiny bit, he's not super slow, but... Like, he should be easy to hit from this range. I mean, this is fine. Like, you're just wasting a little bit of time here again, but it's okay. Okay, what? We died. W just missing here. You're just not placing a W here in this fight for whatever reason.
Bundo's just beating the tower, so I was just trying to buy him time.
Yeah, it's fine. Did he end here? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. I guess because of the Maw you couldn't really kill her. Yeah. For sure, like, this session, for sure, there were so many things that I talked about. You like, if you really want to get something out of this, you'll have to watch it back. I can tell you. Like, there were so many super small things I can't even really summarize all of it. I would say your biggest things are definitely just play more aggressive, right? There were so many situations where I told you to go in, and then you even executed it fine, right? You're mechanically and whatever, so you're actually able to do it. You just really need to decide to do like the like get into more fights. Honestly, I really think you should just 0% focus on your rank, which I think you said you don't really care that much about anyways, but
Yeah.
like actually don't focus and really play as aggressive as possible. I can guarantee you should actually just climb for that. Just because you are mechanically good enough to climb, you just really need to play to your strengths basically. And then just like make the decision to farm more. Like if you watch this back, you will see just the situations where you decided to farm a little bit more. You had like around 7 CS in that game. Let's see how much you had in the end. At some point, I looked, you had around 7 CS, which is like a solid. Yeah, this is super good, right? 7.7 CS before 20 minutes as well. Like, usually after you have more items, you clear even faster. So, this is like insanely good compared to your other stats, right?
Yeah.
And you'll just have to see where you made the or where you would have usually maybe made the decision to not jungle, and then where I told you to go jungle, because this alone just made you so much stronger and so much more able to play the game, right? You still could have done way more. Your damage was still low, but it was also, of course, because the game was just kind of a stump. But like still, like,
Yeah.
just you were so much more able to play the game here and like actually get away with stuff than in these other games where you have around 5 CS. So
Okay.
like these are like the two things. But as I said, there are so many small things that you really will just have
Okay.
to listen to again and maybe try to internalize some of them. Like you won't be able
Yeah.
to do all of
Very
it.
quick.
There was also a lot of
Yeah.
itemization stuff I talked about because I think it's also a little bit important for you, especially because this setup is really holding people back. I feel like it's the reason why Echo's Rune has been bad last patch as well, and it's like there's no reason to play with it. I think the electric will also help you quite a bit. Do you
Okay.
have any more questions for now? I mean, we're already at like 2 hours, but like a small question.
No, man. I'm gonna just rewatch the
Yeah,
video
that's good.
uh, on YouTube 100%.
Yeah, I think
Definitely.
I mean I'll upload it to YouTube at some point, but it's probably gonna be like next week or maybe even the week
Oh
after
yeah,
that.
no.
So
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
I can you can already look at the Twitch what if you want, of course.
Yeah, 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 absolutely. Yeah, no, I'll do that
Right.
because definitely there's a lot of mistakes that I was making now, and it's
Yeah.
clear now that, I'm having you watch my game again. Like I was like, oh wait, yeah, you're right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there were so many things really. Like especially just like the one thing where you eat away and like this was like the thing that really was showcased in your League of Graphs, right? With your
Yeah.
stats. You're just too scared, like way too scared. And like especially now, like actually just think about Echo as a champ that is like super strong. Like actually just internalize that the fact that Echo is actually pretty strong right now. How did your stats change so much in one game? What? I'm so
What?
confused. When we looked at it before, it was like the duels win was negative, right? And this was also way lower. Weird. Okay, whatever.
And it says 422. Wait, was that what it was?
I'm confused. I don't
Oh, I
know.
didn't tell you. I'm a silver booster. I'm kidding. No, I wish.
I actually really don't know
Yeah.
what happened here.
I
It's
know.
whatever. I'm gonna stop the
Yeah.
recording.